Once on the cover of all the sports magazines and one of MLB's finest, his spotlight dimmed faster than anyone expected, and we can't help but wonder what happened to Josh Hamilton. But before we get into this unbelievable story, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button so you can continue following all of baseball's most fascinating stories. Hamilton was chosen by the Tampa Bay Devil Rays with the first overall pick in the 1999 MLB draft at just 17 years old. At the beginning of his professional career, Hamilton and his mother were injured in a car accident. With an injured back, he found himself unable to play baseball. Flush with cash and unsupervised by his parents for the first time at age 20, Hamilton began his journey with drugs and alcohol. Later that year, he made his first attempt at rehabilitation. For the 2001 season, he only played 45 games, split between the Charleston and the Orlando Rays, a Double-A team in the Southern League. Hamilton began the 2002 season with the Bakersfield Blaze, batting .303 with 9 home runs and 44 RBIs in 56 games before his season came to an end due to lingering injuries in both his toe and his neck. Hamilton was out of baseball for almost 3 years. He made several attempts at rehabilitation and started off the 2005 season with hopes of being a star major league outfielder. However, he was arrested before the season for smashing the windshield of a friend's truck. The Rays placed Hamilton on the restricted list, moving him off the 40-man roster. And after another relapse, the MLB suspended him for the entire 2006 season. Left off the Rays' 40-man roster, Hamilton was selected third overall in the 2006 Rule 5 draft by the Chicago Cubs, who immediately traded him to the Reds for $100,000. Having been traded to the Cincinnati Reds, Hamilton made his major league debut at age 26 on April 2nd against the Chicago Cubs in a pinch hit appearance, receiving a 22-second standing ovation. After he lined out, Hamilton stayed in the game to play left field. He made his first start on April 10th against the Arizona Diamondbacks, batting leadoff. In that game, he recorded his first major league hit, a home run off Edgar Gonzalez. The next night, he hit another. Hamilton was named the National League Rookie of the Month for April. On May 22nd, the Reds placed Hamilton on the 15-day disabled list with gastroenteritis. They then activated him on June 5th after he batted .333, 8 for 24, with 4 home runs and 6 RBIs in a 6-game minor league rehabilitation assignment. For the 2007 season, he had .292 with 19 home runs and 47 runs batted in 90 games. On December 21, 2007, the Reds traded Hamilton to the Texas Rangers for Edinson Volquez and Danny Herrera. The 2008 season was a game-changer season for Hamilton. He locked up the Rangers' starting center fielder job with a stellar spring training, and his spring training performance continued into the regular season. Hamilton, usually slotted fourth in a Texas batting order, led all major league players in RBIs for April. He was named AL Player of the Month after hitting .330 with 32 RBIs. He then went on to win Player of the Month for the second straight month in May, becoming the first AL player in baseball history to be awarded Player of the Month for the first 2 months of the season. Hamilton was featured on the cover of the June 2, 2008 issue of Sports Illustrated in a story chronicling his comeback. And on July 9th, Hamilton hit the first walk-off home run of his career against Francisco Rodriguez. One would have thought his comeback in the 2008 season would continue to the next season, but unfortunately, Hamilton endured an injury-plagued season in 2009. He went on the disabled list with an abdominal strain caused by a collision with an outfield wall. In the same month, Hamilton underwent a successful surgical procedure to repair the tear and was expected to be out for 4 to 6 weeks. All in all, in 2009, Hamilton batted .268 with 10 home runs and 54 RBIs. As in his prior 2 seasons with the Rangers, Hamilton was selected to start in the 2010 All-Star Game. He was one of 6 members of the Rangers to represent the franchise at the 2010 All-Star Game. Hamilton entered the All-Star break with a .346 batting average, tied for first in the AL with Miguel Cabrera. On August 27th, Hamilton set a Rangers record with his 24th 3-hit game of the season. Hamilton hit the ball better than anyone else in the league in 2010, leading a .359 average, which won him his first batting title. He also finished 4th in Major League Baseball in OBP .411, 1st in slugging percentage .633, and OPS .1.044, and tied for 10th in home runs with 32, despite missing 29 games due to injury. Hamilton and the Rangers won the 2010 ALCS, defeating the New York Yankees in 6 games. With 4 home runs and 7 RBIs, Hamilton won the ALCS MVP award. He won the AL Players' Choice Award for Outstanding Player in 2010. He also won a Silver Slugger Award, and on November 23, 2010, Hamilton was voted the American League Most Valuable Player. The 2010 streak continued into 2011, where he was again an All-Star. In the 2011 season, Hamilton batted .298 with 25 home runs. He was 3rd in the American League in sacrifice flies, 6th in intentional walks, and 8th in slugging percentage. On May 8th, in a 10-3 win over the Baltimore Orioles at Camden Yards, Hamilton hit multiple records. He had 5 hits and 5 at-bats, hitting 4 two-run home runs and a double for a total of 8 runs batted in. In doing this, he not only became just the 16th player in Major League Baseball history to hit 4 home runs in one game and the first to do so since Carlos Delgado in 2003, but also set the American League record for most total bases in a single game with 18. Subsequently, in 2012, Hamilton was selected to appear in his 5th All-Star Game after accumulating the most fan votes by any player in the history of the All-Star Game selection process. Jose Bautista held the previous record with 7.4 million votes in 2011 until Hamilton received over 11 million votes in 2012. The record stood until 2015 when Josh Donaldson received over 14 million votes. Hamilton's career took a new turn when he signed a $125 million contract with the Los Angeles Angels in 2012, but his tenure with the team was not a successful one. It was marred by injuries, performance issues, and a drug relapse. During his first year with the Angels, Hamilton played in 151 games, batting .250 with 21 home runs and 79 RBIs. In the 2014 season, Hamilton batted .263 with 10 home runs and 44 RBIs in 89 games. Later on in the season, he incurred a thumb and shoulder injury. In February 2015, Hamilton underwent shoulder surgery to repair a separated shoulder. While recovering, he relapsed into his drug addiction, which he voluntarily reported to Major League Baseball. An outside arbitrator ruled Hamilton's voluntary admission did not violate baseball's drug policy, and he could not be suspended. Despite the ruling, Angels owner Art Moreno made comments to the media implying that he did not want Hamilton back on the team's roster. Sadly, all Hamilton-related merchandise items were removed and recalled from all stores. The Players Association and several Angels players spoke up in Hamilton's defense. Although the Angels began to lay out rehabilitation plans for him, shortly afterwards, trade rumors were reported. Hamilton was traded back to the Rangers on April 27, 2015, but the Angels did not renege on their contract. He was paid the remaining money left for the 5-year contract. The Angels' Hamilton contract is widely regarded as one of the worst free agent signings in Major League Baseball history because the Angels had to pay the $125 million total, and they only got 3 wins above replacement in return. Hamilton played 1 more season for the Rangers before injuries ended his career. Josh Hamilton quit his professional baseball career in 2017 after multiple injuries and drug relapses. Since leaving the spotlight, Josh's public image unfortunately hasn't gotten any better. In 2019, he was arrested and charged with injury to a child, 3rd-degree felony, alleging that he had assaulted his daughter. He was then indicted a year later on April 8, 2020, and the trial was held just shy of 2 years later. Though his charge carried a maximum sentence of up to 10 years in prison, he only received a year of probation, a $500 fine, community service hours, and parenting and anger management classes. He has been living quietly ever since, with occasional public appearances like his appearance at the Major League Baseball All-Star Village in 2024. Josh Hamilton seemed to have had it all: charisma, raw power, and lots of second chances. But sometimes these aren't enough. What happened to Josh Hamilton was one of baseball's tragic what-if stories. Could he have been one of the all-time greats, or was he just a flash in the pan? Regardless, let me know in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like and subscribe button so you don't miss out on the next video.